everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sierra Frias, for those of you that do not know. And this channel is pretty much just my struggles with bipolar disorder. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you. And welcome back. So today I have a Q&A video for you guys. I am filming outside, and no, my yard is not perfect. Sorry. We have been struggling with our yard for a few years now. But anyways, I'm outside because my little monster is running around crazy and having too much fun inside, so it was a little crazy loud. So I came outside. So here we go. So this question came from Instagram, and the question was, how do you deal with being a mom and struggling with your mental health at the same time? So I guess to answer your guys' question, I deal with it just like anyone else deals with anything. I mean, how do single moms do it? How do military moms do it? How do extremely financially poor families do it? How do working families do it? I mean, we all have our struggles, and mine just happens to be mental illness. So, but over the years, because my son is now 5, I know, he's growing up so fast. The thing that I've noticed over the years is me time is key. I cannot stress that enough. Me time is key for anyone, whether you're a single mom or a college student or whoever you are. I don't know. But me time should be on everyone's list. In my opinion, it's just something that we all need to be able to have time to reflect on our thoughts, to get out all the emotions that may be overwhelming or driving us crazy. We need that time to let it all out. And I think that's really, really important. So for me specifically, me time consists of writing my poetry or working on my book, taking baths. I love that. I use essential oils, so that helps. And just a lot of doing what I need in the moment. So in that moment, if what I need is to go outside and scream into a pillow, then that's what I do. If I need to go shopping to get my mind off things, then that's what I'll do. But it isn't distracting myself. I can't do that. That's not me time. That's unhealthy behavior, according to my therapist. But pretty much anything that gets my mind going. So getting me to be able to understand where my mind is at the moment. And my second thing is schedules. For me, schedules really help. So my son and I both have a sleeping schedule that we stick to pretty regularly. We don't really go off of that, so that really helps because I know when we're going to wake up, and I know when we're going to bed, and when we're taking a bath, and it really relieves a lot of that added pressure of, oh my god, what's coming next, or how do I keep him busy now, stuff like that. So that really helps us. So I guess to answer the question on how I deal with being a mom and having a mental illness at the same time, in short terms would be me time and scheduling. I mean, honestly, it really does work, at least for us. So, question number 2. Do your friends get burnout helping you deal with your mental illness? I mean, guys, yeah, they do. I mean, everyone gets burnout. it doesn't matter if you have a mental illness or you don't have a mental illness. People get burned out with their friends all the time, and that's just something that's normal. But when it comes to having a friend with a mental illness, yes, it can bring up so many more challenges and difficulties, and that can get you burnt out a lot quicker. But the thing about having a friend with a mental illness is we know that we can be difficult to be friends with, and we know that we can be difficult in everyday life. It's difficult for us, so we understand that you guys get a difficult part of it as well. So if you have that open communication, it really helps for us to know when we are being too much. And that might also help us to be like, oh, hey, what is actually really going on? Why am I being so much? And the communication can really help both ways. So if you're burnt out because your friends just a lot right now, don't beat yourself up about it. Just tell them. Help them or help yourself work through that difficult time in your friendship, because it will really help in the long run. And and you're not a bad friend because you're burnt out. You're not. We get it. And honestly, your mental health really does matter, regardless if you have a mental illness or not. So you need to be able to be like, hey, okay, you're too much for me. I need to take care of me, and you take care of you. And when we're better, we'll come back and. And honestly, that's, in my experience, the healthiest way. So yeah, friend burnout happens, and sometimes it's overwhelming and it's frustrating, but if you're really friends, just keep going, push through. Question number 3. So this came through Snapchat, and they asked if I was afraid of passing on my mental illness to my son, or if I would be willing to have any more kids in the future knowing that I could pass it on. And honestly, the answer is yes. In simple terms, life is worth living regardless if you have a mental illness or not. So I would love to have a lot more kids. Unfortunately, my body isn't allowing that. But the fact that I can pass it on to my son, it does terrify me every day. I'm always wondering, would I have chosen to have my own kids regardless? I don't know. I hadn't thought that far ahead, to be honest. But here we are, and I have a beautiful little baby, 5 years old. And yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. So thank you all for sticking around. If you saw a little earlier, a little clip of me getting a little distracted mid-sentence, that tends to happen a lot. That is one of my biggest struggles at the moment. My therapist says I'm not grounded to the conversation, so my mind tends to wander, but that she needs more time to evaluate my symptoms and figure out what's really going on. But it's pretty intense. It happens quite a bit, and I haven't really learned on how to deal with that yet. But yeah, so I just caught it on camera and thought I should share with you guys. And if you liked my video today, subscribe, and I hope to see you guys back. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments below. You can hit my Snapchat or my Instagram down below. They will be in the descriptions, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye!